Caitlyn, the Sheriff of Piltover. Kiraman. Ring a bell? That's the name of a Piltovan merchant family with way too much money and way too much power. Enter Caitlyn. Caitlyn Kiraman. She was born into all that richy-rich glam and glitz. She's well-versed in cozying up to the social elite, but she mostly liked to spend her time outside the city walls. She was real good at tracking animals and the like, and able to land pretty impressive shots from far off using her Pop-Pop's musket repeater. She's got a solid grip on her morality. That, coupled with her being respectfully brainy, are her best traits. It's not all too common for someone born into that much cold, hard cash and prestige to be as well balanced as Caitlyn is. She's got her parents to thank for that. Her mom was one of the hotter shots of calling shots in the clan, so she'd seen the darker sides of what Piltover could do to a fella. Sure, it can be a sparkly city of wonder, but there's darkness there. All this common sense took a while to worm its way into Caitlyn's wee head. For the longest while, she was smitten by the apparent beauty of Piltover. All was dandy for a few years until a fateful progress day. Upon going home, she saw that the family staff all got killed off, on top of being robbed, on top of her parents being nowhere to be found, and so she decided it would probably be best to go and find out where her mom and her dad had been whisked away to. Tracking in the city ain't exactly like doing it in the wilderness, but she managed to sniff out where her parents got themselves abducted to. It was a safe house tucked away from the common eye, a place where her parents were being tortured for information. She waited for nightfall before swooping in and breaking them out, and of course she told the Piltover wardens all about it. Also, turned out those rapscallions that kidnapped her parents didn't actually know who hired them to carry out the job, only that they were working under the command of someone with C as their initial. As Caitlyn, her mom, and her dad all tried to get back into the normal swing of things, not all of it fell into place so easily. Mama couldn't hack it. The weight of having to balance all that money in politics was too burdensome, so she stepped down from her high position, leaving the boots for some other family to fill. Caitlyn didn't want any part in stepping into those boots, nor getting involved in her dad's artificer work. Caitlyn had bigger fish to fry. Who was this sea entity, and what were they all about anyways? She stepped into the private investigator line of work, quickly drumming up a reputation of being able to find anyone or anything. Her parents were impressed by her escapades, and so they made her a super special Hextech rifle. Way better than your run-of-the-mill musket, better at shooting and better at being precise. Plus, you could jam a whole bunch of different kinds of ammo in there, as need be. Caitlyn worked case to case, and after one such, a doozy of one that involved children being stolen away, the wardens called her up. One of those wardens had been keeping tabs on her, and once she proved her worth in taming back some bad news in the form of an insane chem researcher plus their underlings, they proposed that she ought to be sheriff. Caitlyn wasn't so jazzed about that position until she spent some critical thought. If she were to be the sheriff, then that'd mean she could use the department to be able to get one step closer to this C she'd been obsessing over. Since then, Caitlyn has done the title of sheriff proud, making the wardens quite happy in their decision to recruit her. She does her duty to make Piltover, the great city of progress, a nice, safe place. These days, she's found working closely with the rough-around-the-edges Zon resident, Vi. It's not all that apparent as to how those two started working together, but they sure do get results. And the rumor mill as to why they're working together and never stops a-spinning. Unbeknownst to the sheriff is that mysterious C is creeping about in the shadows. Every step she takes brings her closer to an undiscovered truth.